Welcome to New Zealand Travel News, the segment where we go over the news that people looking to travel to or around New Zealand may care about. We are the team behind New Zealand's largest travel guide, NZPocketGuide.com. I am Robin, and this is Laura.
All right, so we're going to start off by looking at the latest COVID-19 statistics from the Ministry of Health of New Zealand. So there are currently 239 cases of COVID-19 in New Zealand. The New Zealand COVID vaccination rates are as follows. 46.6% of the eligible population is fully vaccinated, 32% have received one dose, and 21.4% of the population is currently unvaccinated. Only 2% of the unvaccinated population has a booking for their vaccination.
So yeah, I think that New Zealand is going to hit the same snag that a lot of countries are going to be hitting. Once you have convinced or got most of the population that is willing to get the vaccine, then the last 20% is going to be the hardest percentage of population to vaccinate. But we do have doses of vaccine and there are some progress being made. So fingers crossed, we'll get there and the borders will reopen.
All right, our next piece of news is from voxy.co.nz, published on the 29th of September, and it's entitled The New Border Levy Fees from December. The New Zealand Customs Service and the Ministry for Primary Industries are significantly increasing the Border Processing Levy, the BPL. From the 1st of December, the BPL will increase from $20.11 to $43.73 per airline passenger return trip, and from $21.06 to $36.72 per cruise passenger. That's GST included. The BPL was introduced in 2016 and is used to fund customs and biosecurity services for all arriving and departing passengers, including New Zealanders. The cost recovery model ran into problems in 2020 when New Zealand's borders were closed and the government has had to directly fund the agencies. For more information about the BPL changes, see the New Zealand Customs website.
So obviously it's a bit of a bummer for the tourism industry, the fact that it becomes even more expensive now to come to New Zealand, especially after the terrible few years that we're going to have following COVID. But just be aware that if you're coming in New Zealand using planes or cruise ship and everything, that usually those things are already included in your price. It's not something that you have to budget for, but that may explain why some tickets, airline tickets or cruise tickets, are not going to go down in prices post-pandemic. They're probably going to remain about the same because they have to integrate that cost in.
Yeah. Okay, moving on to our biggest piece of news of the day, which is the new 2021 resident visa from Immigration New Zealand. Some work visa holders currently in New Zealand, as well as some critical purpose visitor visa holders, may be eligible to apply for residence under a new residence category, the 2021 resident visa. On the 30th of September, On the 30th of September 2021, the government announced a new one-off residence visa pathway for some temporary work visa holders currently in New Zealand. Some critical purpose visa holders arriving in New Zealand between the 30th of September 2021 and the 31st of July 2022 on long-term visas may be also eligible for this new visa. Partners and dependents can be included as part of these residence applications. Applications will open in two phases from the 1st of December 2021 for some eligible applicants and from the 1st of March 2022 for remaining eligible applicants. All applications must be submitted by the 31st of July 2022. So about eligibility, applicants must have met the criteria on the 21st of September 2021. To be eligible, you must have been in New Zealand on the 29th of September 2021 and be on an eligible visa or have applied for an eligible visa on or before the 29th of September 2021 that is later granted. You must also meet one of the three criteria: have lived in New Zealand for 3 or more years, or earn at or above the medium wage, which is $27 per hour, that's New Zealand dollars per hour, or work in a role on the scarce list. If you meet the criteria for eligibility but are in Australia and have been unable to return to New Zealand by the 29th of September 2021, you may be considered eligible. So what are the eligible visas? On the 29th of September, all applicants must have been on or have applied for and later granted one of the 14 listed visas that are listed on the Immigration New Zealand website. The link is in the description. Short-term visa holders are not eligible, such as visitors, students, working holiday makers, and seasonal workers, like one of those on the recognised seasonal employer scheme, and those who enter as a short-term critical worker. Partners and dependent children, including those currently outside of New Zealand, can be included in the residence applications.
There you go. So Immigration New Zealand is trying to work their way through both some backlog. They're trying to work their way also through a lot of people which have been staying in New Zealand for basically most of the pandemic. So that is a sign that Immigration New Zealand is going to basically get back in business, get back and start processing visas. It has been quite many months since they have been processing any kind of more generic type of visas. So the conditions are very specific, and this is called the 2021 residency visa, right? So that's only going to apply for people which were within those conditions in 2021, and it's not something to look toward to for path post-pandemic. Moving on to the next item.
So our final section of our travel news is the travel deal of the week. So there's never been a better time to come and hang out with the real locals of Kaikoura. If you've always wanted to encounter dolphins in the wild, plan it now. Dolphin Encounters Kaikoura have a 20% discount from all tours for their whole summer season. Use the promo code Don't Wait when booking either online or by phone to claim your discount.
Yeah, so we've done that too. You've seen it on the channel, and that's going to be playing here when we do a rebroadcast of that news. And it's a really fantastic tour. We do love swimming with the dusky dolphins. So if you haven't done that and you are in New Zealand, head there. I mean, 20% off is not a bad deal. All right, so this wraps up this new segment. Don't forget to like and subscribe to A World of Hard Work and stay up to date with our videos. Plus, check out nzpocketguide.com for thousands of tips, hidden gems, and much more.